好，被审不得再到Neng Xiong. Please welcome Neng Xiong. Good morning, everyone. First, I want to use the opportunity to thank Governor Yi,
Long government,
to the Lieutenant Governor,
Mayor,
Mayor,
here, cho khana America họ nhỏ họ nói tàu ba bị cho mua sự to nó chống tụ chụp bom bể thọ quan hệ sự cho
and all elected officials such as the Wisconsin State Secretary, state senators, legislators as well, and all local and state and federal elected officials.
vấn đề bây giờ muốn nó vấn đề bây tôi cho America giờ vì mua là thằng America thế này mua bỏ chỉตัวเตะโอเคไปที่ตัวไอ้ท้อว่าAmerica คือAmericaจะเป็นเสียAmericaสุดเลยโชคดี
In order for the Hmong people to be able to come to the United States, we needed to be it was because of the American government and the friendship that General Ming Kao had with the United States government, and that is how the Hmong people were able to come to the United States.
我要别别让他们没结果还真是，我别别让他们好真，还别我家不是来做，找个叫做找那只美国弄那做那好真，还别古我才得要好我好么包，哎古我真古还真好不。
I am going to use this opportunity to share the story as to how the Hmong individuals in the Hmong community was able to come to the United States. This is first-hand experience.
被我那婆妈包，有一度都话搞老话，发起多呢，一度都知呢发起。你一度我本事，你一度能认真，你一度我好路的爹，发起认真，发起我路付钱，我都话包。
We had General Ming Kao, who was a hardworking and dedicated individual, who was loyal and trustworthy, who came from France and was a hard working individual. And it was because of him and his friendship with the French and the American Laotian government that we were able to get to where we are today.
到了เราก็ชอบเวียดนามเราได้กูโป้CIA อเมริกันต้นที่สวนนาเนี่ยรักษาตัวก็จอมรอป้าเลยรักษาเตอคุณจะเต้นรอไอ้ตัวไหนท่าตื่นไอ้ที่เอาว่าเป็นสื่อป้าตลอดสวนนาตอนแนะนำเราเสียไอ้อเมริกาต้นที่ในหัวบอกนะเขาเจน
So during the Vietnam War, the United States wanted to create a guerrilla unit that would be able to be trustworthy but get things done. This individual that was referred to them was General Ming Kao.
ที่ในพงเอาเราตัวจอมมองvì bên ngoài chọn môn nhau biệt trong thế này phần này mua phải nhà tôi bị rồi cho nó qua phu dư rồi hóa tài lỡ ý ra nên trang cảnh rồi hóa tài rồi mua ẩm na ít của trời giả rồi này qua bỏ à thì mong nhau họ từ không ai chạy một trả ta mong họ được phát tuổi tôi đi thử.
The United States government gave trust to many individuals, but only certain individuals reached the level that General Ming Kao and Prime Minister Lee were able to achieve. It was because of them that the Royal Army, the United States, and the Royal Government of Laos were able to give them the titles and reputation and honors necessary to be able to do what they do.
我要都中央更高，我得经过山路那的，nó được tập trình năm mươi gì, xin nó cái lá sò, nó phần của khám sai. Bây giờ một nhóm cường ngộ đã, vì là một nhóm đã khởi đầu phá sản, khởi đầu khỏe khám ngoan sản năng khi, để siêu đã qua được khởi đầu là phong hoa bỏ, do vì là phong hoa bỏ tàu chay là có tài, một sai bây giờ mong thua bài cái chuyện đó rồi.
I was a commander and I lived in Laos. But the reason why I dedicated my loyalty and my service to General Ming Kao was due to his ability to bring the Queen of Laos to visit the Hmong community and learn about our challenges and hardships.
ไม่ตัวไหนถ้าหาไปโซ่ยังเนาะไอ้ตัวด่ากูรู้ติเฉยตัวรู้เขาเจ๊เขามองเรากูตัวรู้มาหัวใจเรากูกูเดินยังไม่ใส่รู้นายังไม่เจอหาจื้อ ตัวข้างนอกทอไม่ใช่จุดก็เสริมไปทอหนึ่งก็
I want to recognize Major Hatu for being my spokesperson and also my eyes and ears throughout my service.
别小路先上了，弄那个都对啊，我要好讲他那个，你到 corona 不然，他安那他那几张。
It was because of your service that you were able to raise a son who is now a colonel in the United States Army.
我呢，他那说，刚一颗还得要比木骨，哎，刚才到了就讲，我火刚到破盘上，刚不能好呢，到到现在到没有了是到，哎，这是了包个上，弄那个就到了多，哎，被全部弄这种多个那他那个那。
I want to acknowledge and show off because of your ability to build friendships with those around us, local and state elected officials, we are able to be able to gather here today.
他呢，没事，ก็要到办公，可能老说到还到的，ก็办公哎，ก็หัวก็ตัวก็เป็นเลยเลย说ก็จะขนาดไหนย้อนเรา我就。
There are many elected officials here today, but I want to acknowledge Mayor Rosenberg for her friendship and her leadership and for being a strong advocate for the Hmong community.
我大家เราเปลี่ยนเขาประวัติเราได้มีอยู่มาสอบเราไม่จะลูกงานนั่นน่ะช่วงโจจบไปลูกจวนลินตู้ในสายหาจือยังไม่เหลือหาจือแล้วในท้องเราต้องจออะไรตัวเรายังต้องสวมแล้วเราจับตาเต้เฉยตัวยังต้องเติร์ตูอีตัวรัวชับเลยไอ้ตัวต่อไปแล้วเนี่ย ก็จะทำไปแค่เดียวว่าแค่เกาะเซนนะแค่เกาะเซเป็นยอดดีมาใส่อีกคนก็รอเป็นหมดโปรของเรา
So I served there in Laos, and we served with many individuals, specifically Naisa or Major Natu, who is who's the equivalent rank of a mayor as well too in Laos, and I've seen the accomplishments that has been made.
ทางด้านเวียนในสีทึบแต่ช่วงว่าตัวต้องตัวกำลังพลวางแผนตัวใจปัจจัยคุยตัวรัวแต่ชุดป้องได้เจคุยตัวต้องยอมขึ้นเลย
I was the secretary for many of the elected officials in Laos because of the fact that I had an education.
一切就过这有刘家来这么多了，他开都在多人家，我们村人了都就แล้วตัวลิส่วนเราเนี่ยต้องเก่งนะเว้ยจีจะขอจวนเนาะไอ้แล้วเสื้อจะกำลังจะโอเชอเตียเนาะมุนเตาก็มุนได้ก็เก่งเขาจะมุนเชียมุนเตาจะตุ้งจะอเมริกันนี่ยังละเองกูอยากตุ้งตีไทยก็เก่งเนาะไปเข่งเลยอยากตุ้งตีไทยก็เก่งเนาะ
So during the battles and all the skirmishes that happened in Laos, I was responsible for disrupting the attacks or surprise attacks or ambushes that may result in the Section 8.
เดี๋ยวก็ท่านรอเดี๋ยวไปจอมมองอย่างหนึ่งหลายจ้าหน่อยอเมริกาซาเจ็บพอเราไปอย่าจีตัวไปยกตีไทยก็เกี่ยวกับมีเราเหลือหมู่จีตัวนี้แล้วก็จะยกตัวก็ไปเติมตามมาสิแล้วเส้นต่อไปใครจะส่งโจโจยีปีถลุกก่อลินตู้โจโจจ้วนแล้วต่อชาโอเตชาผัดเทลีมาใส่อยู่ที่เดินที่รอไปเก็บป้องกันถอดตัวเอาสุด
My section came under attack in October of the 1960s, and it lasted for almost a year. It was after overwhelming forces that I was able to be defeated, that they defeated me, and that caused us to retreat.
ไปจอมมองจากที่นั่นจ้วจบผลสงฆ์ทุกทอทางที่สิว่าถ้าหามาว่าถ้าหาเขตต่อการส่งโจโจจ้วต่อชายโจมัวไปจอดเขตโฟเมรัวเอจิยูการบอกคือหนูเอจิ
I strongly believe that out of all the Hmong civilians, 90% of this Hmong population had something to do with the military efforts, whether it was serving as a soldier or serving as a guard or participating in some sort in the military efforts.
โจโจอีนี้เราต้องต่อไปเจอกูโจมอเธอโจโจจ้วกูต้องมาเกิดย้อนโจมาจ้านี้เราตัวต่อกูโจมอrõ theo cũng muốn về tua rồi ý họ thì cũng tua vì họ ưa tu rồi ý à tu nói tua vậy đó thì cũng tua nói thì cũng chạy này qua ta cái gì
The communist regime attacked my camp, and during that time, I was shot and I was pronounced dead for the first time.
下就我到家，我都装要听的，多么个要都太低那旁，要我啥个那看太低，我到了我不把他来澳洲也能够要到其他发生。
So after the first time, when I was pronounced dead, my family were very saddened at the fact that I was pronounced dead. Luckily, I recovered from it and began my efforts again in serving on behalf of the United States military.
这个点là我要们到不来澳洲，我周末走个，要到nhà chất lời, cũng không về tua, ya, rồi我到了Hmong到P.3，我这看我弄广泛澳洲做嘢呢个鸟到边我对象，到到上下咗。
The second time I began to participate in the war and serving the United States Army, I was pronounced dead a second time during a second skirmish. I laid in the hospital for many months. They pronounced me dead and sent news to my family, but I was able to recover from it again a second time and continue to participate in the war.
上下就一个的，光กำลังนั่นละออกได้รอดชับเลยต้องออกผาส่งผมป้องทำไมต้องชาต้องก่อเป็นผมบอกทั้งเท่าไฟเนี่ยหอมมีชี้จอเอาตัวกับกูสู้เดียไอ้กูปีนเดี๋ยวจะเก๋แต่เนี่ยละปวนตลอดไอ้กูเปียอีกคนเราโยนเราตัวเนี่ยเนี่ยลูกเชี่ยแล้วปัวเป็นยังไงกงโยนนี่เราซื้อ nhân là can đủ rồi thì nhân là nhau sát ta thì sự, tôi phá tôi rồi về, tôi sao cho tôi truy thì ai cho tôi học tôi về luôn đâu, hay là tôi truy khác tôi, ai thọ ba, về chỉ cho cái tê ta chỉ thọ, cha tê thọ tôi đâu, ai cho lo về ta, rồi nhân là nhau đời cha cha nó tê đời tỏ về không tê tua ta thì gì, mới cho khía tôi cho nó chứ này, mà còn lên thiệt là rồi về, mà tôi tê ta là có số tiền bán mà cổ do sự, cho nó khác sao thì ở tụng là tuổi cho nó khác kia rồi, ở tụng là sợ cho ở tụng là lợi cái gì, giờ cũng đi nữa cho một đi, tại chỉ nó hai cái sam thôi.
I still remember the third time when I became involved with a skirmish in a battle. There were gunfires, there were missiles, there were many gunfires that were being shot back and forth between the two groups. I remembered we were outnumbered, and I laid down on the ground, put some dirt over my head, and prayed to the heavens that I would be able to survive this third attempt. As soon as I made that prayer, we received air support from our allies, and that was what was able to allow me to survive a third time.
Sau sẽ chờ ở đợi của cho các hạ, đã các đồng cận thay tê, rồi nhớ đó phi sinh luôn, thay tê. Ý cơ là tụi sai bây giờ là có ý ảnh trong này của chúng bao để trả lý cơ nhau.
So after I recovered, it was in the 1972s. I wasn't exactly sure where I was.
Ủa giờ cỡ kia, của sai còn phải đi. Bây giờ tôi sai chỗ trí của biển, tôi khó thì sai chỗ trí giờ bị trả. Ủa giờ tôi muốn nhớ bình chân, cho bắt thế lò thi bình chân. Lấy xa cũng muốn nhớ xa lạc của khủng. Ủa giờ tôi thấy cho cái xa lạc của khủng, cho cái năm bơ cổ bê, năm bơ xa. Cho lúc bê sư bê chờ.
I was responsible for protecting the section 13. That was my duty and my honor until the fall of Laos.
Lúc xưa hàng đó bê sư của tình ha. Ủa có hai này phun lo lên rồi. Biết họ trên người, bố để này phun cả nhà là các tây sư rồi, bên lúc tây chồng lại vô lại già, có vô lại già, thật phèn sầm lòng những từ, này phun hai cái chỉ mỏ, và America những cho nó hai cái chỉ bố tây chồng lại sư, lỡ sai cổ lúc nhau, tại sao bị chỉ chết tôi là, nên em mới suy rằng đó, tôi được chỉ đạo, bên sư nhà là chỉ thì nhà là phỏ nhau thì chỉ trơ xa nhà mà nhà là thì có lo thì chẳng nó bị chỉ mua phỏ rồi. Bên ý vậy bên một tí trái chỗ ý à, nhớ có cái cổ bên xem nào, có yêu trục hết rồi, có cơ này phun hai chả, này phun hai chả, mấy cả cho rồi, bây giờ muốn chờ cho thầu sư tới chờ y lu giỏi lu nhộng chân che nhung y lu nhộng ở tàu chôn à lúc ở giờ là hồ chỉ nút này giờ y lu giỏi lu nhộng cái theo chúng ta bé thành sao lòng nho rồi xảy ra rồi to này cũng lo.
I was responsible for protecting Section 13, and when we were under fire, I had several conversations with General Meng Pao, asking him if we had a backup plan. Did we have a contingency plan? He responded that there is no contingency plan. We must win and we must defend that section. If we did, we must use every resources that were available, and we must use every bullet that was possible in order to defend that section.
Lâu chi thì đu và thi chi bây giờ và thi cổ pro của mày khía thì nhà nó thì cao su cái thì nó của nó sao lâu chứ của ông này cũng dạng được.
So we fought for several years. We fought for several months until 1975, where the Hmong soldiers began to retreat due to the immense amount of overwhelming forces that were against them. I stayed there and fought there until eventually I ended up having to leave.
Đó là gì? Gió thả hà là giang là America. Ba bỏ khía rồi, thì ngót chỉ bỏ cho chỉ có thà. Còn nhau là,我包下点nhau要做什么呢？要做人哋，我最早喺度都做俾khía nhau係，到高路上下就做路里就嘛khía做出嚟嘅。
So after the war, after General Meng Pao left Laos, the communist regime had promised everybody that if they were to turn in their weapons and submit and surrender to the communist regime, they would be allowed to live in harmony. I didn't believe them because I knew that if I stayed true to my contributions to the war, I would be persecuted. So because of that, I led a group of soldiers to live in the jungle of Laos for 4 years.
被戳一脚他哈，所以就被神要害上去。我这个要他等到要谁他要到狗一了上，把被就不给你抓，把脚他下到贴到他多，哎被这个狗就中，到后那不透过俺那个中用的，金都等金也我别定了被脚他下，你到海国的，ก็ทอ了ก็ตอนนี้ตายกี่ก็หมดลงผู้ก็หมด ไอ้เนี่ยจอมพงพี่ต่อมันก็ตายด้วยกันกูยอมเชียร์ได้สิ่งชวนเนี่ยชวนตีแต่กูเทียนตกยุ่งเชิงเจ็ดมาจะกูหายตัวเป็นอะไรนะกูตะก้าเราหายตัวเป็นฮะเนี่ยวิริจาที่เจ็ดตัวกูตะก้าวังการว่าแม่อเมริกาอีโรตัวดีวันเดย์ไปอยู่ตัวเป็ดชัวตุสาพานี่เจ้าชัวจีปองนะเป็ดตัวหมดจ่าแต่ตัวลูกที่เฉย cha để không y rồi cha bé tua rồi tôi nhớ under constitution của America bé tua ấy tôi bé sử dụng cho America bé tua hồi sẽ thế cho nó thật rồi bé giờ xử lý sinh America này bé giờ tôi mua sai nọ sai chịu mua chạy một họ tranh chấp và không thì chi lúc tới chờ America mua trò bây giờ tôi muốn cho ra anh cả đi thay bây giờ mong bây kia tôi ông xã kia tôi tìm được cái chuyện này tại chỉ nó xóa hết cái quan này cả xóa hết cái quan này cả sát ông xã hết cái quan này bây giờ tôi đi thay sao mà khi cần nhớ một cái họ cho nó chưa này cả phải đi lo thó một cái tự nhiên bây giờ bây giờ anh ta số cả cần rồi, em nó đi cho lúa, vậy này có cho lúa, giờ này lúa sẽ, có lúa yêu lúa về tàu lúa về, nên mua này phân tổ nông phải là lúa, có tại bờ trên này, anh ta tôi làm trên này, phải chỉ tôi làm trên này, chó này tới tới trời con rồi bên mông nhau mà chi thôi tụ kia, giờ sinh tròn bờ nhau mà chi thôi tụ đó. Chó bị cả rồi với nhau là chỉ thua, chó phải chỉ được nhau chỉ thua, anh chọn bé tua bé con này chọn, bây tua bây giờ lù đi chả bây quên đâu bây giờ ít tu lâu bây giờ tu này đó ha cũng phải sự cản tu nào cũng có khâu sự lúc nào là hay còn này bây giờ mong tua yếu tố của này rồi bây giờ lù bây nhóc under the law the government bây thì nhóc tổng cái chân bây ngồi rồi bây giờ tổng một nó chứ bây giờ tổng một nhóc thì chỉ đâu giờ bây chỉ ngồi rồi bây giờ chỉ ngồi rồi cô thọ khoa này cho hôm nào gì lên cái giờ tụi đi tư cho này cho lúa lúa phê thì gồm nó phơi được thay của tôi chỉ này tôi quản này ngồi rồi nên chờ tôi cho nó chữa ăn mì cả tua nên chờ tôi để cho cô này thằng hạt tua tại sao nó bây giờ lòng tua ta đại tiền này kia chúa này cho lúa bên chiến giống này hay là này tôi chỉ hơn rồi rồi cho chỉ cho này有我不是那个道有我干了那个道乃碰被就只熊乃碰呀乃碰多一没谈他干呢老叫他干中摸路夫妻摸着的这些然后说一把就多的一把就要都我在整考试我哩学了一起考了要考了就个了กู用钱呢那教กู多还多ในเจอพวกตัวที่อย่างหนอจือเขาเนาะอย่าไอ้ขอกูลงเช็ดชับเลยไอ้พวกนี้เจอไอ้พวกถอดเทิงกันเนี่ยกูตัวจิมว่าได้จีกูจะไม่เราหลุดตัวเปียยาด้านหนึ่งตรงนี้ซื้อกูเปียยาด้านหนึ่งเนาะอย่าไอ้ยาด้านหนึ่งเจงอย่าเปียปั๊มตาเนี่ยเป็นนู้นเป็นหัวเปียจีตากูเปียเขาโชว์เลยไอ้เป็นยอนจงอเมริกันจริงจริงเป็นยอนจงแล้วก็ขอดูเป็นจอเราเลยที่ไหนคนพออเมริกาป้าลูกติดเชลล์ตัวไอ้ก็เป็นมั่วดิโมคราซีอีอย่างนี้ตัวเชื่ออเมริกาพอเดี๋ยวพอเป็นยอดอีไทยกูจะเต้นยาลาเทียบรอตัวรอจีกูกับยาลาตัวมั่วได้อ่านรอจู้วันนี้ก็กูเจอเทียบตัวไอ้คนเดาจะทุกคนยาลากันทีเป็นจอหนูออกคนนั้นพอเป็นหลายสาลูกเวลาเนี่ยพักทีไอ้เป็นที่มั่วกูเต้นจีเอาเป็นที่ต่อตัวได้เช็คต่อตัวมีการยิ่งจอนยองเป็นโอ้แต่เนาะว่าตอนหน่อยชัวร์เนี่ยแล้ววันนี้ไว้จ้าเตยยอถอดเองยอกูตุ้จไอ้กูอดเจอไอ้จ้าวัวไอ้คือใหญ่การเลยในจ้ากูตุ้จแต่สิ่งตัวหน่อยเฉยๆก็เดินตาตัวจะมีเก่งของหรือซื้อไอ้เป็นคือเจ้าตอนในตัวใจเป็นเจ้าในเจ้าตัวเป็นเจ้าตัวตอนรู้ได้เฉยๆเลยเก๋ก็nhớ là từ kể về nhớ còn school cũ hai con đi sẽ đời tại sao nó cũng có nói khó qua những hàng bỏ lú phòng nào kia để mình tung nhọn nên cho hùa tơ nên một hiện đó là kể rồi kể nhớ họ nó kể rồi nhớ họ nó kể lưu kể nhớ nó kể trong tù nhớ nó cần rõ cái gì nên tôi chỉ lúc nào如chúng ta trong tù thì tôi chỉ lúc nào vô cho nên một câu lúc nào vô cho nên một câu thì ai sẽ được tính ra là chỉ nó là sẽ thế nào đi lúc nào vô lúc chỉnh trên là cái chân nhỏ là gì nó ở sống xứ là cái tâm nhẹ là lúc nào sai lời anh sẽ được khiến cái mình tu nhỏ do giống ngò đi cho lùa nhưng ngồi sai cái gì luôn sai rồi à tại sao nó mới sẽ lùa chỉnh một câu thì do vì sai nó hay là lùa cho nó cho nó mà ý do em bị ai cho nữa cho nó sai nữa để nên chỉ có sai nên một sai để nên over tuổi sống nên một sai cho other tuổi sống để nên cho tiền chi của hai đứa này nó cứ ở trên của họ có cái chùa cái món nó là sạch rồi ở cơ quay này có cái chè nhớ tỏ sắc cụ cái của nó chủ nhớ sắc cụ cái rong nhớ tỏ sắc cụ cái liền nó là sắc cụ cái trong nhỏ của sầu lụt thế đó sắc cụ là hai đứa cái trong nó thì anh nhớ tao nên nhớ tao một khi nó sai phải rồi cái cụ hai nó rồi nên chứ nên cho lúc nào và thế chỉ xe nên vào lúc tay tận ba thì tao bé hành không để toàn thế bé trong nhỏ dù nó vừa có phi sự cái toàn thế nó bé lúc đây nó không nó tao tháo bóng bé cái mua to nó é đài do tôi chỉ là chạy một tàu vậy tôi đầu cái cho tôi mong muốn đó chấp rồi và chẳng sử ăn cả lá bông người kia người trẻ tôi muốn thay đây khó đâu do ấy đại là further nhỏ tu ở cô lo thế cho nó ấy đã đấy có cái đó nó sẽ có tụ thì ông này giờ xử lý sai giờ chọn sai lỡ người mua sấy dây cô chúa đời tết chờ người cả cái tôi nhóm tết chờ người cả nó lỡ mua là xử lý pháp cũng biết lỡ mua một giờ sở chế là thành phố ăn người cả sở chế là 2 年 ăn người cả也是lỡ mua lúc về mông lọt tròn lỡ chẳng mua lúc về ý lúc xử lý sản luôn nhớ có sự khổ hoàng gáo vừa nở lỡ on không nói bây giờ lột bây dòng xe bây thon cho to bây tỏ thâu này cho hùa tôi qua nhà từ do giả tới do giả yếu qua bây có lại xì lưu bây học cơ ý bây chân chế yếu vả như cho khổ mu cái chân chế bây một nhà yếu vả như phần nhà bây cháu của yếu vả như rồi bây yếu là thủ kế được bây thì có ở cho nó nên rồi bây xì lưu mà cơ nào có thọ cái này còn giờ bây thì vì mua người thì cho tôi cáiตัวที่ไหนคนเนี่ยคนละเหลือตาเหลือท้อแล้วเราก็รู้ก่อนต่อไปท้ออยู่ช่องส่งก้มหงก็เนี่ยรู้งานว่ะไอ้ก็ไม่ป่วยอย่างที่อย่างเงี้ยเขาผมก้มหงอยู่ตู้ละตู้หลวงตัวเนาะตู้นอนกับตู้ละตู้หลวงก่อนนอกใครเนี่ยส่งไอ้เขาว่าจุดของก้มหงผู้ชัวร์ดูไอ้ผมว่ามันจีเราก่อนนอกใครเนี่ยส่งในรูปเฟซที่ผมมันจุดผู้กับมันแสบหมดเลยมันน่าจีผู้ชัวร์
So I'm going to summarize it as best as I could, and I'm not going to be able to give the same grace that he was able to do, but he did talk a lot about in regards to the fact that when the Hmong community came to the United States here, many of them did not come through here, were not born here, so they had to swear an oath to protect the United States Constitution, to serve and to protect in any way that they can. And he wants to call upon both political parties, whether it's the Republicans or Democrats, to unite together to ensure the progress of the United States community here. Because there's no such thing as a red United States, a blue United States, but only a red, white, and blue United States. He also wanted to emphasize on the fact that many of the youth here, that although we have progressed so much, it's equivalent to a technology, how it advanced so much, but it can also be your enemy as well. So you must utilize the big responsibility that's given to you in a way that will further progress our community rather than hurt our community. And in conclusion, he asked upon the heavens and the earth to come together and unite together to continue blessing Wausau, Maritime County, the state of Wisconsin, and also the United States of America.
Thank you very much, Neng Xiong, ladies and gentlemen. One more round of applause, please.